Nkosi Talk Shows family, is Nomsa here at Nkosi Talk Shows, Find Your Own Voice, Lead from Within. With me today, Carol Ann Cooper. How are you, Carol Ann?
I'm good today, thank you. Yeah.
Awesome. Good to have you today. So our topic today is the importance of having faith in your dreams. Do you have dream that you've been holding onto for years, but you're afraid of pursuing it? In this video, we're going to explore the importance of having faith in your dreams and how it can lead to fulfilling life. And Carol Ann, you chose this topic. Would you like to share with our audience why you actually chose the topic?
Yes, certainly. I was looking the other day for some quotes, and there was something that came up around rainbows and dreams. And one of the quotes, I'd just like to read the quotes that actually sort of prompted this conversation. Life is like a rainbow. You need both the sun and the rain to make its colours appear. And then the one by Dolly Parton, if you want a rainbow, you've got to put up with the rain. I thought that was gorgeous. Then the other one that I saw is life without dreams is like a rainbow without colours. And I thought, what a beautiful picture that gives. Life without dreams is like a rainbow without colours. And then the last one I saw was, have faith in your dreams, and someday your rainbow will come shining through. No matter how your heart is grieving, if you keep believing, the dream that you wish will come true. And those quotes just spoke to me on that day when I sort of found them, and I posted them on my Facebook profile that evening. But it was because I was in that space of, again, there's things I need to get done, and you sort of tend to go in a bit of a lull, think, oh, I've got to get this done, and something sort of pushes you down a bit. But reading those quotes is something about keep believing in your dream. And something about a rainbow. I think a rainbow would actually come out that day. We'd had rain and sunshine, and it is, you do need the rain and you need the sun to get the rainbow. So I just thought, let's have an explore about having faith in your dreams. What is it, why is it important to have faith in your dreams? So that's where it all stemmed from. So what were you thinking when you saw the title?
I'm a big fan of following dreams. I love following dreams, and even sometimes, regardless where life takes me. Mm-hmm. And I like this quote as well when you say it's like life without dreams is like a rainbow without colors. I think it's very, very important to dream. It's normal to dream, and not like dream and create goals. You can dream and create goals and make those goals come to reality and help yourself to stay motivated as well. And, there are some people who dream of doing things, but they never really have the courage to actually go for what they want in life. So I think it's very, very important to actually have the courage to take step towards making your dreams comes to reality, and also knowing that you are unique and you don't have to be perfect when you are following your dreams, and you have to believe in yourself and believe in that dream, because that dream, in order to actually for it to come to pass, and the person that is dreaming, that it will require the dedication of the hard work, the commitment, self-beliefs. It will require so many things, and also it will require you knowing that your true authenticity is very, very important. Showing up as authentic as possible. And yeah, when I saw it, I was like, yeah, it's good to dream. Yeah, it's good to dream, because, you know, like I didn't plan for us to create Ngosi Talk Shows. And Ngosi Talk Shows, it was a place where I went to somebody else's events, and audience didn't turn up. I think there were like few people that turned up. So, and then I said to my friend, I was like, I think we need to actually create a talk show where we can create our own audience. And because at the moment, when we go to people's events, we rely on those people. And for me, I was relying on Desi's audience, Desmond O'Connor's audience. So I was like, it is very, very important to actually create your own life. And that dream became real, because after we've left each other, Ngosi Talk Shows, the following week, I think we actually started Legacy Wealth Talk. So it's good to dream. And as Ngosi Talk Shows been easy, it's not been easy. Social media is actually just to get the community to get to know you. It's not an easy journey, but you just have to know your dream and know where you need to be until you get there. And yeah. So what do you think, Carol?
Yeah. It's having that.
And
that
I like
dream.
it because you put, was it you who put faith, or was it the software?
No, I did. It's the importance of having faith in your dreams.
Yeah.
Because it's all very well dreaming, because sometimes our dreams get squashed.
Yes.
They can put down, and you sort of lose that will to live sometimes. But it's having faith. That's what's important. And for faith is actually is that unwavering belief that it will happen somehow, and that there is support out there that can support you in some way. It's not knowing how it's going to happen. It's just going, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
And standing in that commitment to making it happen is letting go of attachment that, I've got to make it happen. I've got to make it happen. That's got emotional attachment to it. And when things don't go right, this is where you can then fall down and feel crushed, feel like giving up, even maybe give up. But if you let go of the attachment to it, it has no emotional charge. You just stand in a commitment. This is going to happen. And it's having that faith, that belief that it will happen. And it's that faith is actually that force that keeps you going, that helps you pick yourself back up again. And it's very difficult sometimes to put your finger on it, because I often wonder, well, what is it that has me pick myself back up again? But there's something deep inside that's going, yes, this can happen. This will happen. You just got to keep going. And so it is that belief that it will happen. It's faith, it's belief. And it gives you that motivation to just keep going. And something that you can, and obviously that quote that says, if you want a rainbow, you've got to put up with the rain, Dolly Parton. Yes, there's going to be ups and downs.
Yeah.
But if you want that dream to succeed, you have to put up with the squashing, the put downs, the failures. It doesn't mean you're a failure. It just means you failed to achieve something in that moment. And they are great learning opportunities. So this is where it's recognizing, are you a pessimist or an optimist? It comes down to your mindset. A pessimist, they'll just see the difficulties in every possibility. Someone will say, well, how about doing this? And they go, oh no, that might happen. Or what if that happens? Like they just see all the bad things that could happen. And whereas an optimist, they actually see the possibilities in all the difficulty. So anything that knocks you down, they'll learn from it. They'll pick themselves up again and go, oh, that was a great learning exercise. What can I do now? You know, and you feel that difference in the energy. It gives you that boost, that bounce. And so again, it comes down to mindset, which is something we've spoken about before. And so just recognize, you know, are you an optimist or are you a pessimist? And there's nothing wrong, as I say, just be aware. Somebody giving you an opportunity, are you pulling it to pieces, going, oh, I don't know if this will work? Just stop. Think. You've put out a prayer for a dream to happen. This opportunity shows up. Just have a look at it. You don't need to commit to it. Just look at it. And yes, listen to that little pessimistic voice that you've got, but ask it to go pop to one side and say, well, actually, what might I be able to get out of this opportunity? Is there something that I can utilize that will help me on my way? And stay open. So it's about staying open. So again, look at your mindset. Are you an optimist? Are you a pessimist? Certainly that having faith in your dreams is important. Because I say that's what keeps you going, keeps you bouncing back up again. And sometimes it takes a bit of time to bounce back up again. But again, it's having faith that you will bounce back up again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trusting the process, as I say.
Trust the process.
Yeah.
I love that, Carol Ann, when you say there will be, when you follow your dreams, there will be ups and downs, and just keep going. And you mentioned that mind your mindset as well, and also trust the process. I think that is very, very important to believe in yourself. When you believe in yourself and knowing that faith is very, very important, and also knowing that you are the only person that can make your dreams come to reality, no one else. And some people, they actually, when they are following their dreams, they want people to actually help them, that everything is going to be okay. When people don't, like family members, when they don't support you, they focus on that. Why can't they get me? And things like that. They can't get you because the dream is for you. So that's where the mindset comes in. So when you said, make sure your mindset is in the right place, because if you don't believe in yourself, your dreams are not going to come to reality. So it's very, very important to actually know that you are capable of achieving anything you set your mind to. Once you believe in yourself, then you'll be more motivated to take the necessary steps to actually make sure that your dreams come through. And when things don't work your way, our voice, the words that we speak, we say to ourselves, they are the critical component of where our lives are able to go, our dreams, like whether they come to reality or they don't. And that's when faith comes in. When things are not going well, you still have to speak positive. You still have to believe. You still have to speak life to your dreams, because that's when some people will say, but if I say my dreams are positive while I'm struggling, that will be a lie. It's not a lie, because God knows the truth, that your dreams are going to pass, your dreams are going to come true. So you just have to speak life to them so that you do succeed in life. So it's very, very important. I speak life to my dreams, even when life, it does not make sense. I speak life to it. And the more I speak life to it, the more the things come to reality. So you just have to speak life and know that everything is going to work out just fine. And there are some things that sometimes maybe when things are not working, you might have to shift and tweak other things. But your dreams are your dreams. If you set your mind to something, it will come to pass. You have to speak life. And you know what I've realized when I was doing something, there's one thing that I've realized. I'll tell you when we get off Ngozi talk shows about dreams and about speaking life to things. It is very, very important. Everything we do in life, it has a voice. The marriages we have has a voice. The dreams that we have when we start them, they have a voice. So it's very, very important to speak life to it, and so that it can come to light. How about you, Kiro Anna? How do you stay motivated when life doesn't make sense? By faith.
I love that.
Let me tell you this story before you comment.
When life doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I have a friend in the choir when we went. I was like, how are things? Because everything is okay, although I'm angry with God at the moment. I was like, why are you angry? She's like, because everything I seem to be doing seems to be falling apart, so I'm so angry with him. I was like, don't get angry with him, just speak life to your life. The way she said it, it just made me laugh. I was meant to give her a hug. I just laughed. She made me laugh.
Yeah, and it's okay to be angry, because it's that frustration. You're not getting what you think you want or you need.
Yeah.
And it's in that moment of frustration and anger and just shouting and going, okay, this isn't what I want. Just stopping and taking a breath and actually step back and go, so what is the prayer that I put out? What is it I've asked for?
Yeah.
What is it that has come my way? Because very often it isn't how you think it should have turned up or what should have showed up, but what shows up is usually the perfect opportunity, the perfect event, instant, or whatever it is, or person. It may be a person that's causing you a lot of angst at that moment and prodding, really making you feel angry in some way. It's just stepping back and going, okay, so what is it that's making me angry here? What is it about this person? How come they've shown up in this way? Because at the end of the day, it's got nothing to do with that person. It's got everything to do with what you've been asking for and how the answer has shown up. And when you can just shift your mindset and just let go of that anger and frustration, you'll get more clarity. Something will open up and you'll go, oh, okay, I see. And if you still, if you can't get that clarity in that moment, it's still, there's something eluding you. It just doesn't make sense, because sometimes it really doesn't make sense. And I am still sitting in very much, it sort of started last year. Why writing, Lord? Why? I still keep asking that question. And although the answer keeps coming in certain ways, there's still an element of me that this doesn't seem to make sense. And I think it's just acknowledging it doesn't always make sense. And actually, confusion, things not making sense, are actually the gateway to learning. And maybe just stop trying to make sense out of it. Because very often, there is no sense to it. And that actually is where we need to go. Something that just really doesn't make sense. Just surrender and go, okay, this so does not make sense to me. but it makes sense to the universe, the energy, or whatever it was that sent it your way. And so it's just allowing your mind to shift and open up in different ways. Allow yourself to be creative and think outside of the box. And I know we used to play lots of games with my family and friends, family as we grew up. And my dad had different games that we would play. He'd create different things, and it was like we had to maybe get a ring through what appeared to be impossible to get through this hole. And he keeps saying, don't focus, whatever you're focusing on, don't. And we used to get so frustrated. That's not helpful. And I know I do the same with my own children, grandchildren. I say the same thing. Whatever you're focusing on, don't. And they go, oh, that's not helpful. But actually, when you stop and you think, well, okay, so what am I thinking about? Stop thinking about it. It's really hard. But when you can do that and think, well, what other options are there? And you then get it, it's like, oh my word, it's so easy, and the solution to doing these puzzles, it was just amazing. So it is thinking outside the box. It is that whatever you're focusing on, don't. Because if that isn't giving you the solution that you want, it seems impossible, then maybe that is impossible, the way you're thinking about it. Open up your mind and go, well, what other options are there? And let yourself explore, and have faith that it will work. So I think I need to apply that to this whole situation around writing. Why writing, Lord? This just doesn't seem, I can't make sense of it. So maybe I need to, whatever it is I'm focusing on, stop. Don't.
Maybe instead of questioning God, instead of asking why you're writing, ask him to reveal a secret about you that you don't know.
Ooh. Now that's a good.
Yeah, he will reveal in between those round creativity why you're doing writing, because that means that there is a secret around you that you don't know. So you ask him, can you reveal a secret about me that I don't know? Oh God, arise, reveal a big secret about me that I don't know about. That will take me to the next level.
Yeah.
Keep repeating that over and over and over until you get the answer.
And you know what? It's just, as we were talking, popped into my head.
Yeah.
And it is something I keep resisting. But my focus has been on creating a business out of what I've been trained in, and actually creating a business out of helping people with their writing. And it's like that still isn't working. It's not happening. But I keep getting this nudge. I need to be writing. And to put everything aside, let go of the business for now and write. And that's what I've been guided to do. And that's what came to me as you were talking then.
Yeah.
So it's having that belief that I can write, and to get this book written, to get what I need to write, get it written and out there.
You're good at criticizing me with words. When I write words, you are like, Nomsa, it's meant to be like this. I'm like, whoa. Like lady. Just like you, because we can see that you're very talented, Carol Ann. You're good with words, so use them. Words and words it's like putting the puzzle together. If you are talented with something, You just have to get on with it. Don't doubt it. Don't say, God, why writing? Oh, God, arise.
Yeah.
Give me show me a big secret that I don't know about me. That will take me to the next level. And I think the prayer points, there's loads. I think I'll send it to you. And what else? And when you do that, I think you can, yeah.
Like that. I'm just writing that down. Give me a big secret.
A big secret that
that I don't know that will take me to the next level.
Yeah. Or a big secret behind my success and things like that. Yeah. Make me great.
That will actually, that will take you through this.
You can ask him to make me great. All these things that you want, ask him to make you great. I just ask. And I wait for the answer. Sometimes the time scale that I have to wait for the time, I might not agree with God, but sometimes I have to. And when those things are revealed, there's no turning back.
Yeah.
You're
right about the time scale.
Yeah,
it isn't always in the time scale that we want.
So the answer, it might be revealed. It might not be the answer that you want, because you might be, this is bigger than me. How am I going to do this? So you just have to get on with it. And when the answer comes, you just get on with it. Just say, Nomsa said, get on with it.
Get on with it, yes.
Yeah.
I have all the tools and techniques now to just keep working and using them and just keep breaking through and get the writing done.
Yeah, you know? If writing is your gift, you just have to go for it. Yeah, you just have to go for it. I love writing. I love writing. When somebody is not listening to me, I just become my own lawyer and I just write and just send it to people. And when I'm writing a letter, it means we are parting, we are breaking apart. It means I've had enough of that organization and I'm just moving on. So yeah, so if that is your gift, please do. It's very, very important, because, you know, the dreams are there for us to actually acknowledge them and actually do something about them. And if you are somebody who is talented, there's a reason why you are talented in maths. And maths with words is something that goes together as well. I see my daughter, she's really, really good in maths. And she's into, she loves acting, speaking, and singing. So you have to be that person. Engineer, all goes together, becoming an engineer, putting things together, the puzzle together, and the game of life is all about that. Yeah, so you just have to, you just have to just go for it. Yesterday, Martina was teaching us maths, me and Kayla. So we were just there and just working out maths.
Magic.
Yeah, it was, because he's the one that they design the shopping malls. They build shopping malls and design them. So you have to be good in maths and design all those things. You have to know what's needed and what is not needed. So he is good in maths. So yesterday he was teaching us. We ask one questions and then all of a sudden it goes, okay, sit down. I'm going to teach you how things are done. Okay. I was like, okay. So I had in my mind that I had goals that I needed to do. And I was like, okay, now I'm going to have to switch off, sit down, listen to the teacher.
Yes. Yeah. And it's trusting in that moment that this is exactly what you need.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Because sometimes, yes, it's not what you think you're going to have to do.
Yeah.
But sometimes you just have to be with the moment. This is what's here. This is what's presenting itself, and go with it, because this is where magic happens.
Yeah. And sometimes the life may not make sense at all.
No.
And you just have to go for it. And you have to have faith. Faith, it means you believe things that you believe things they have happened, even they haven't. So you just have to speak life to it. I speak life to my date of birth. I speak life to my company. I speak life to my customers, the clients. If I see my clients are struggling, I ask the questions, and when they leave, I speak life. And then when they come back, I see a positive attitude. So we just have, we're just there, words are there for us to use them. So if we have people like you who love words, we love more words that we can use. That is, get on in writing and give us more, that more of what we want. So yeah.
I think it is, you say I love words. I've begun to love words. I didn't used to love words.
Okay.
I used to hate words.
Yeah.
Because there was such ambiguity. People would say something and I go, well, in my head, I'd be thinking, well, what do you mean? Do you mean this or do you mean that? Because there's, words are not like numbers. Words can have different meanings to them. Do you know what I mean? And people use them in different ways. But since I've started really looking at words and looking at the meaning of it, there are so many different words. And it's actually finding the word that is the precise word that says exactly what you want. And that's what I'm loving. And it is expanding one's vocabulary in terms of the vocabulary that you use. We've all probably got a huge vocabulary within us that we don't use. We settle with just certain words that we use. And so this is something that I really appreciate, a company called Landmark that I assisted with for many years, about well over 10 years, and helping them with their, assisting with their programs and courses. But they were very precise with words and the language that they used. And it took a bit of getting used to, because it sounded a bit strange at times. But actually, when I started realizing they were going to the dictionary, getting the dictionary definition, so they were actually using the word that they wanted to say exactly what they meant.
Okay.
And they were very precise. If this is what I'm saying, then this is what I mean. There was no ambiguity. And it was like a breath of fresh air to me. It was like, wow, you don't have to have this ambiguity. That's what you said. That's what you mean. Magic. So for me, this is where the magic then starts to come. And then I can start actually, now I'm happy to question somebody if they've used a word or they said something that I'm not quite sure, rather than feeling awkward or stupid because I don't know what they're saying. I will actually get clarity. And I'm confident now to ask. And that's where the joy comes, because it's in that conversation. You get an understanding, and you can see how other people use words in different ways. But words, there's a richness that is in our vocabulary. That's where our riches are, or it is in our words. And that's what I've started to come to realize, and the use of words and how to put them together. And it's
yeah.
Go on, sorry.
Yeah, it's very important to actually follow your dreams, like with this company that you say they loved words, and they knew how to explain, they knew how to actually put them into place and go to the dictionary and say things exactly they are, so they can translate it how they want. So that is very, very, very important. That's what having setting goals is about. Mm-hmm. And also going back to the topic, when we talk about faith, that setting goals, you have to set realistic goals in order for you to achieve the goals that you want. And you have to set a time frame, but there are times where that time frame might not go the way you want. I've been in a situation where I set a time frame and things don't go how I want. Sometimes I scream. Actually, I've come down on screaming. I've grown. I used to hit the pillows a lot. When I'm frustrated, I just go boom, boom. Since I've moved to this house, I've not hit any pillows, actually. It's been 6 months.
Oh, wow.
I just go, when things don't go my way, I just go sit down on the sofa and just listen to the music for one moment and switch off. Like you were saying, I just switch off and let things cool down, and then I go back to it. I've come down a bit. Yeah, before I used to, when I get frustrated, I used to hit pillows, pour my pillows. Yeah, I used to. Maybe it's because of there's no pillows. There's lots actually in the living room. Yeah, on the sofa. Yeah, I used to hit them a lot. I used to have a stick where I hit them when my dreams and my goals don't go according to plan. And I'll be like, why? I wouldn't ask why. I'll be like getting frustration out. And then after I'll be sweating and there'll be this relief and I'll be like, oh, thank God, I feel so good. But now I think I've grown. Now I'm like, okay, it's not my time. I just have to keep having faith and keep. The only thing that I don't stop implementing things. I keep going and I keep finding. I think I'm the only person that is annoying in the group.
Yeah.
I never give up. I'm always like, if something is not working, I'm always giving somebody a task. Would you mind, please?
Yeah.
Like,
you're always asking for support and saying that this doesn't work.
I'm not. Yeah,
keep going.
Yeah.
Listen.
Like yesterday, poor Jay said, I was like asking us, like, somebody has to respond, please. And he sent me a message private. He was like, yeah, no, sir, send me the photos. I'll do them online. Now, within like 10 minutes, he sent them back and he was like, they're done. I was like, oh, thank God for that. Yeah, so yeah, sometimes things might not go your way, and you have to. It does not mean that the goals that you have set up, they are not working. It's just that's how life is. Life is a game, and when it's a game, you have to know how to play it. It means you have to have the courage, having the courage to actually keep going. And having the courage to climb the mountain, because imagine you give up just before that breakthrough. So you just have to keep going. And if things are not going well, just seek support. It's very, very important to seek support and get people to help you. I seek support. You guys never ask for anything anyway in the group. I'm the only person that is always asking something. Yes, we have all Ngozi talk shows are in the group of who actually ask questions sometimes. Does anyone ask questions? I think is a Claudia. Yeah, Claudia does ask. But actually, otherwise, it's just me, because I love doing things. And sometimes when I get stuck, I just hold on a minute and I'll be like, there are coaches and everybody in the group must have some knowledge of what I'm looking for. So I just put a message in the group. Whoever replies and like, yeah, sure, I can help you. Or if it's Grant is going to reply with a big paragraph with the big words. And I'm like, I don't need paragraph right now, Grant. I need a solution. He'll be writing and explaining the importance and how I should do it. And I'm like, I need a solution, Grant. Send me the solution, be the solution. So, yeah, so sometimes it is good. And we have to be real. You know, we are real people, and that's what makes us unique as well. And although that I'm a coach, it doesn't mean that I know everything. Sometimes I get stuck. I go on YouTube. Sometimes I want to do something and YouTube asks me a language that I don't understand. And sometimes I'll, instead of maybe sending somebody who is a designer, sometimes I'll Google it, because sometimes you have to learn. I find that if there is a language that I don't understand, before I pass on the work to somebody, I need to Google it and find out what it means, so that when somebody does the work, they do the work properly. So I think that it is important as well. What do you say to somebody, Carol Ann, that is watching, and like you ask questions? Because if you have been in a similar situation where you know you are talented and you know you are capable of, because like we were all with Kamau the other day after live, and we were talking about Nkosi Talk Show's content, and all of us, we were like, we need to ask Carol Ann to actually have a look at the words to see whether they are right. That's what we see in you. So yeah, so you're questioning yourself, God. So what advice would you give somebody who wants to follow their dreams and they have a little faith that has helped you to be where you are today?
They have little faith?
Yes.
So if they have little faith, then they're not believing in themselves, is the bottom line. And that's what you need to look at. What do you feel? Look at yourself. What beliefs have you got about yourself? And where have they come from? And it's about reframing those beliefs. It's changing those beliefs to more empowering ones. But it's recognizing that if you don't have faith, or you've got little faith in that your dreams are going to happen, again, just stop and say, well, what are you telling yourself? And as you were saying something about words that you say to yourself, listen to that inner voice, listen, to your body. What's your this feeling inside? Maybe what are the words that go with it that are holding you back, and where do they stem from, so that you can actually reinforce the faith and the belief that you can achieve this. Because as Henry Ford says, where did I wrote it somewhere. Henry Ford, yes. Whether you believe you can or you believe you cannot, you're probably right. Yeah. So it all comes down to what you're believing.
Yeah.
So, if you can twist those beliefs that says you can't into beliefs that say you can,
yeah,
then something will shift, because you're right. And actually, something to sort of ponder on is something that Rumi says. What you seek is seeking you. So if you imagine that what it is that you're after is out there looking for you, and by you believing that it's not going to happen, you're going in the wrong direction. Whereas if you start believing it can happen, there will be an energy that pulls you together.
Yeah.
So if you think that there is, what you're seeking is seeking you. So focus on that and shift your path if you need to. And the other thing that he says is, as you start to walk on the way appears. So if you're sat trying to fathom it all out in your head, you're not going anywhere. You're not moving. By taking action, you get something happens, whether it's what you want or you don't want, but you get something happens.
Something.
You get some feedback.
Yeah.
So you can then take another action. And so it's just keep taking action and taking the feedback, because the way then does appear. Something happens, a conversation will happen. And it's like, oh, wow. You talk with and share your goal or your dream with somebody, and then an idea comes in that conversation. They know someone else that can help you. They know of something that can support you. they've got ideas that you can bounce around. You might not take them on board, but it may spark something in you that goes, oh, well, actually, that makes sense now of what I was doing, you know, and all of a sudden sense comes into it. So do just keep taking action and get the feedback, because that's all that happens afterwards once you've taken the action. And there was something, oh yes, there's something in your brain. It's a reticular activating system that actually looks out for things. So if you, you know, when you perhaps get a particular car that you've never had before, and you think it's new, you've never seen it before, all of a sudden you see loads of them. Yeah, because your brain has become aware of it. It's a similar thing with your goals and your dreams. If you believe you will succeed, your brain will seek for proof for that. And so opportunities and possibilities show up. If you believe that you can't, then your brain will also show you proof that you can't.
That you can't, yeah.
You know, it's always proving you right.
Yeah.
So whether you believe you can or you believe you can't, you're probably right, because you will find ways of proving yourself right. Okay, so do recognize that. So nothing can be done unless you believe in yourself first. So you need to believe in yourself. And if you've got this outrageous goal, just go, okay, it's huge, it's big, it's like, whoa, it's too much. Okay, stop and say, well, what can I do? What is one step I could take towards this? And there's that phrase, isn't there? How do you eat an elephant?
It's too big.
One piece at a time. So little bits.
I'll finish it. Maybe it'll take me 1 year to finish an elephant.
Might take you longer. Who knows?
Yeah.
But if you don't start, you'll never get it done.
No.
So it's taking that step, taking those steps, get started and do little bit by little bit. Come down to the details. Well, what can I do? What can I do? And then again, look and review and reflect. We were talking about reflecting last week. Look back. Wow, how far have I come? You know, that's what I thought all those months ago. And look where I am now. Look at what I've achieved. So this is where it's important to keep those notes, keep those references of what you have achieved. And even things that you failed, you know, oh, I did this, it didn't work.
Yeah.
Just keep a note of it. It's okay. It's part of plotting your journey and towards the dream happening. And before you know it, you'll just go, ooh, it's happened. You know? So what's next?
Yeah, and also surround yourself with the right people, positive people who can help you as well. It's very, very important.
Yeah. I posted something the other day.
Yeah.
It was a beautiful little video clip of this young lad, really quite a little tot, who was trying to jump over a box, you know, with the gym piece of equipment.
Yeah. And
literally jump and get his legs over. And he couldn't do it. And he was upset. And he comes down and, you know, the teacher sends him round again to do it again. And he still can't do it. And then all of his teammates or classmates come out. They form a circle with him. And it's like they have this little powwow and they go, oh, you know, this action. It's like there's this, you can feel the encouragement in it.
Yeah.
They all go and sit down again. He's there and off he goes and he does it. literally skims the surface and does it. It's such a powerful little video to see, and it's who are you surrounding yourself with that can encourage you to just do it, you know?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So go and have a look me up. I'm on Facebook, Caroline.com, Caroline Cooper. And just go and have a look for that that clip about who you surround yourself with, and look at it. And who are you surrounding yourself with? Have you got people that are pulling you down or supporting you and encouraging you just to make that next move and be successful?
Yeah, that's true. And also to see yourself for being successful by visualizing and looking at your success and celebrating it. Just celebrate your success. Some people, they like to do work, and they get home, they are so frustrated and not happy. For me, when I get home, I go to work. I separate my work with home. When I'm at home, I'm at home. When I'm at work, I'm at work. So I celebrate myself. I celebrate the success. So just celebrate the courage of creating goals and going for them. Whatever the results might be, you still celebrate that you had the courage to actually do something while other people are just sitting there. They're talking, they're not doing it. They're talking of, I wish I could do this, but you are not talking, you're getting on with it. So I think that is amazing. So give yourself that, celebrate yourself, and so that more success can come. And it's very, very important as well to actually know who is around you as well, because those people, they play a very, very important part in your life. So if you hang out with friends and family members who feel sorry for themselves, I'm not saying we go around and judging people. All I'm saying is they'll follow you. Anyone that is meant to be in your life, they'll follow you. You just have to be an example. You don't have to say they don't get me. I'm trying to do this. They don't understand. They will never understand, because when I was studying psychology, I couldn't ask my family or friends, like when I got stuck, like to say, can you help me? They're like, even clever people, they're like, I don't understand what you're doing. And I was like, so I have to explain in their own language, like, this is what I'm doing, this is asking me to do. So they'll be like, oh, why don't you just write it down and explain it so that we can help you? And then I find somebody, but there was one person that is really smart. If I ask him a question, he would just write it down and just help me. So you have to make sure that you are surrounded by the right people, and mentally visualize your success. See yourself out there with that the ending in mind. What is the ending, that success? Celebrate that ending for you to get there. And when you do celebrate that ending, and everything will just fall into place. And when you do find yourself presented by the mountain, just say, okay, mountain, talk to it. The mountain has a voice as well. It's a problem. Mountain is a problem. The problem has a voice. You can speak to it. And when you speak to the problem, it goes away. But when you cry, it gets bigger. It gets bigger. And you'll be like, why? But when you speak to it and say, listen, problem, I know you're here, and I'm not going to ignore you. I'm just going to solve you, and you're going to go, problem. Just it goes. And some people, they find that when you are not in the right relationship as well, like intimacy relationship, it does affect so many things when it comes to following your dreams and everything. Make sure that you are in the right relationship. Or if you are single, you're not in a relationship, like what Carol Anna was saying, that whatever you seek is seeking you. So know that if you are a good man and looking for love, know that that good woman is seeking you. There is no good women out there. There's loads. It's just sometimes people try to be something that they are not. I've had lots of men saying, women, when you meet them, they tell you what they are, and then 3 months later you realize that they're not what you thought they were. So you don't have to put on no personality when it comes to meeting people, even in business. You don't have to put on, just learn to be me. May I just be me? It helps me out when I just keep my personality and keep my, whatever my values and my beliefs. It helps me out. So just do you and seek whatever you seek. If it's the success that you seek, is there, like Carol Ann said. Carol Ann, any words of encouragement before we leave? And also tell our audience who you are and where they can find you, please.
Yes, I'm Carol Ann Cooper, and as I said, you can find me on Facebook, and you can also find me on LinkedIn. I also have a Facebook group called Get Your Book Written, because what I do is I support women in actually getting their story written, getting their book written, because you cannot publish what isn't written. And all of this has come about through my own journey of unlocking the writer within, of finding ways of drawing out from within what it is that actually wants expression. And it is within us, and it comes down to movement, clearing beliefs, working with the inner child who is stuck in some way, with emotionally or with beliefs, and just helping that inner child to grow up inside of you with a different set of beliefs and a different feeling, knowing that you can achieve it, you can get it written, you can face the demons that you need to face in order to write your story, because it is the emotional side that very often is very difficult. And so there's a lot of personal development that comes through with the writing as well. It's very much entwined. So what I'd just like to leave you with, I think, maybe there's just this thought about there's some traits that maybe you need to think about developing. Being conscientious about what it is you want to achieve. Are you serious? So just keep working towards it. Accepting things that might not seem quite right, a little bit ambiguous. Learn to be a bit adaptable and go with what's coming up rather than being that rigid. It has to be this way, because that's where it won't work. And then just being able to just adjust your thinking, adjust your actions accordingly, which is something we've had to do over the last few years, certainly, with everything that's been thrown at us. And have the courage to step out and do something that you feel that you can't do, or that something that's been asked of you that you think, oh my goodness, no. Go, well, be curious. Have the courage to step out. So there's curiosity and courage. Develop all those skills. And then a competitiveness with yourself. It's about, come on, let's do, beat the last game that you did. It's not about being competitive with other people. Be competitive with yourself. Is how I see it. So get that streak in there. So certainly there's a nice quote in here. I think I just like to leave you with: belief in the beauty of your dreams, in the skills we are endowed with, and using every chance life has to offer will make a great difference in the future. in the future you are projecting for yourself. So have faith in your dreams, have faith in yourself, and trust the process.
Yeah, trust the process. For me, I just leave you with, if you believe in yourself, anything is possible. And also have faith in yourself and have faith in your dreams. Because whatever you want to do in life, only you can actually make those dreams come to reality. Only you can make things happen, not anybody else. And also, don't let people tell you that your dreams are too big or too small. And also remember, don't do things because you want people to affirm your destination. People cannot affirm your destination. Only you knows your destination. How you're going to get there is God that knows how you're going to get there. I do things sometimes I don't even know how I go to where I am. So I just get on with it. I just give myself courage, and I surround myself with people that have faith in me. And mostly I believe in me. I activate my winning spirit within, which is in my soul. Mm-hmm. And when you activate your winning spirit within, you get some guidance through on, instead of relying on somebody else, you get guidance through to do things. Have the courage, even when you look at things, you're like, this is too big, that is bigger than me. Nothing is bigger than God. Whatever you call him, I call him God, because he's been there. When the whole world is against me, he is the only person that says, Nomsa, I believe in you. So that's why I always say his name all the time. Whatever I do, he's been there through thick and thin. When I don't believe in myself, he tells me that I'm enough. When everybody else is doubting me, he tells me that, Nomsa, you can do this. You just go for it. And I find myself having this courage. So you can do that. But you have to do some personal development, read books, do some research. Nothing comes easy. It comes with doing. Do research, read books, ask questions. If you can't do it, seek support. Don't be afraid that if I ask a question, people are going to think that maybe I'm not a genius. You don't have to be genius. All you got to do is know where you need to be and just go for what you want. If it's the marriage that you want and the relationship has not worked out. I had a client yesterday. This was so funny. And this woman, she hasn't got a job. So I was like, I'm not going to judge her. So I was like, she's looking for work. So I was like, send me the pictures. She's 50. And when she sent me the pictures, I was like, what? She took some pictures. She's like a professional model. She is looking good. And I was like, honey, this is what I'm looking for. When a woman tells me that, Nomsa, I'm looking for a man, and they're like doing some resume. So I'm like, this is the profile that I can give 100%. But normally these young ones, when you ask them for profiles, they're like, they take a headshot. And you are like, do you have the whole picture? They're like, I hate taking pictures. But she was everything that I look for when somebody joined the agency. And I was like, I'm so glad that I didn't judge her. So yeah, so just follow your dreams. Life is life. You never know where life can take you. So we are here at Nkosi Talk Shows. Never meant to be at Nkosi Talk Shows, but Nkosi Talk Shows was created, and we are here today. And Carol Ann, she's a writing facilitator. If you want to actually find your own voice, lead from within, you can follow us at Nkosi Talk Shows. And on YouTube, we have a membership now as well, so you can join our membership. It means you can have intimacy with the other coaches. If you want to become a coach or you have questions that you want to ask private with those coaches, or simple you want to interact with the other Gossip Talk Shows families, you can actually have intimacy with our audience, just private. Everything is personalized to comments and everything, emojis, so you can follow us and just be part of us, be part of the family, Gossip Talk Shows family. We are here Monday to Friday, 1 p.m. UK time. And for me, for those who don't know me, Nomsa Clara, I am your love harmonist. Love is what I do for a living. I connect people. If you're single and you're looking for love, and I'm looking for, is there any Black girls who are Christian? If you're watching, go and join my agency. I'm looking for a Christian. I'm struggling to match one guy that is a Christian and is very fussy. He wants a good-looking woman. Really, when I'm saying good-looking, he wants the body, he wants everything. I don't know if God has ever created that. I'm not even that either. So I'm beautiful, but I don't know if God can create boobies and everything. He wants everything. So if you are Christian and you're single, please go to my website and register, and age from 25 to 38 or 40. You'll be my gal. Thank you so much, and live with grace. I'll see you tomorrow. God bless.